What's good, YouTube? We're back on the free-to-play account. We got a new Google AI team. We're going to continue the Google series to Masterball. It's a new season, a new regulation, new Pokemon, new held items, new things rolling. Let's go ahead and see what AI cooked up for us today. So this is the team AI went ahead and cooked up for us. I really wanted to use Mega Raichu, so that was the only input that I had at all. I had said that they added Raichu to the game. I want to use Mega Raichu X or Y. You pick. Gave it that option. These are the movesets that it selected for each Mon. I gave it a list of all the Pokemon that we had available in our free-to-play box. I had it go from there, as well as a list of all the held items. So held items, movesets, as well as stat investment have all been selected by Google AI. So let's go ahead, let's hop into the games, and let's see how far we can climb with this bad boy. All right, we're starting off. We're starting off the new season against what appears to be a hard Trick Room team. So let's go. What do we do here? What's the play? We want to go Giraffe for sure. Interesting. Let's go. Let's go Giraffe, Raichu with instant arch in the back. These are my first ever games, so we're going to be figuring the team out as we go. I have yet to play a down with this team. Okay, so we get Lucario and Giraffe. So I think he wants to go he wants to go Trick Room turn 1. So let's use Imprison. And then let's Volt Tackle the Lucario. That seems okay. I think. I don't know. Never used Raichu a day in my life. Never clicked Imprison a day in my life. It's the first time. That's no good. Down goes Lucario, or down goes both. Lucario, Raichu, both out the game. Didn't get to do anything. Not a great start. Foul play. Interesting. Well, now what do we do? Okay. On the Helping Hand Thunderbolt here. You can't use Fake Out. We have Armor Tail. Silly boy. Does 65%. Another foul play. Now, is this Fake Out Last Resort con? Is the real question. And who do we have in the back? Instant? Okay. Down to run it back. No protect. That was my biggest concern. Last resort. Into the giraffe. Down goes the giraffe, but also down goes Khan. Oracle is the last. Okay. Sunlight turns harsh. I think this Torkoal is about to use Eruption. They could Trick Room here, which would also be not good. I think Torkoal protects and potential Trick Room. I'm down to double into the giraffe. And cross my fingers and pray. A crit, that helps. And a para, doesn't really help. Well, maybe. Let's throw Trap do 60%. No! Let's go! That's big time. That's absolutely huge. Now what? Do I go to the Torkoal and try and cut Eruption down? Or do I go into the Giraffe and just get rid of it? Not a double into the Torkoal. Helping Hand. Eruption at 16%. It is Helping Hand, but... And in the sun. Bye-bye, electricity. And that should be a GG's. This should be over. It is. That para was absolutely massive. So this looks like a pretty standard team from last reg. But Charizard is weak to Raichu. Garchomp's weak to Raichu. Both Azumarill, Basque, weak to Raichu. I think we bring an Azumarill of our own here. And then... What do I want to bring as the last? I think just Arch. Arch is, again, good into 4 out of the 6. Okay. Here we go. So we get a Charizard Emboar lead, which is interesting. They both threaten win pretty heavy here. Let Tailwind and then Volt Tackle the Charizard. Off rip. Take advantage of the first turn of Tailwind this time. Potentially. Mega Charizard. We do outspeed. Tailwind goes up. No protects. Zard goes down. And what do we get out of Embor? Close combat? Okay. So now who does he go into here? Garchomp, Azumarill, Basque, and the snake. The grass snake. Down to go into Azumarill. If he goes into Basque, then we double resist. If he goes into Superior, we are not in a great spot. And we're in a relatively worse spot. Not bad, still. I don't really want to switch Arch in. I'm down to just protect here and see what Superior is going to do. I need to change my internet connection back to my actual Wi-Fi and not off my phone. Leaf Storm. I was afraid of that being like a heat wave or something. But that's fine. I'm trying to think here. I have 2 turns of Tailwind left. 3 turns of Harsh Sun. Going to protect Whim and then play rough the Embor. Which takes the KO. So Whim remains safe for another turn. Leaf Storm comes out, connects, and KOs. Okay. So that leaves us with Garchomp, Azumarill, Basque potential in the end. Garchomp. Okay, so we can Encore Superior into Leaf Storm. I have 1 turn of Tailwind left. I don't love that. I'm going to double into Garchomp here, because Garchomp is going to be the biggest threat to Arch, I think. It does a lot. We're still under Tailwind. Arch survives, barely. Whim goes down. Defense boost. Flash Cannon takes out Chompy. Reflect. Sets up screens. That was silly. I don't have any physical moves. I'm a special attacker. And then we just Flash Cannon Superior. This is Reflect again? We'll be seeing you. How you doing? Keep it moving. Alright, so Sneasler, Basque, Typhlosion, Whim, Dragonite, Pelly. I kind of want to go Giraffe, Raichu, Arch, Instant in the back? Or do I go Giraffe, Instant, Arch, Raichu in the back? Not having Tailwind seems like shit. Not having Tailwind seems like a bad idea. Let's go Giraffe, Raichu with Arch and Whim in the back. We got Whimsicott, Sneasler lead. I'm down to Twin Beam the Sneasler. And fake out the Sneasler. Should have faked it. I should have faked out Whim. Helping Hand. Fake out. Twin Beam. Bang. Down goes Sneasler. Okay. Good turn one. Typhlosion comes in. Okay. Now what? On the Twin Beam the Whim. And then we can Mega Volt Tackle the Typhlosion. Because we should have speed, right? And so if he goes for something like Eruption, that should lessen the damage. He's got sets Tailwind. That's fine. We probably don't outspeed anymore. There's the Eruption. Doesn't KO. Typhlosion goes down. So does Raichu, probably. But that is also fine. That leaves Bass, Dragonite, or Pelly in the back. Does decent. Decent chip. Now I can go into my own whim. And Bask is the last. Okay. What do I want to do here? I can Encore Whim. Trick Room. Do we die to a wave crash is the question. Last Respects. Gonna take us to Sash. Trick Room comes out. That was nice. That turn worked out perfectly. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about Whim for a minute. We Twin Beam. We can just double into Bask. It's not Scarfed. Interesting. Protect. So Whim, my thought process here, I guess, is that Whim is stuck into Tailwind. As long as we don't forget. It's Encored for one more turn, so it has to use Tailwind again here. So we're down to, we're down, but we can still just double into the Bask slot again. Bask has to get another Protect off. Whimsicott uses Tailwind. It fails, of course. No Protect out of the Bask. Twin Beam comes out. Moonblast comes out. Good chip. Bask used Last Respects. Doesn't affect Farig. Another turn of healing. Whimsicott ends its Encore. Tailwind Peters. Battle ends due to a forfeit because we just Encore the Whim and keep chipping away at the Bask. Oh. Alright, let's go Whim Raichu. Actually, let's go Whim Ensign with Arch Raichu in the back. Yeah? Feels good to me. Unless it's Defiant Gambit and it's in the lead, then that feels kind of bad. There it is. Gengar Gambit in the lead. It's Pressure Gambit. Okay. Well, that's good. Instin's in a real good spot here, actually. We'll set Tailwind, and then we'll Flare Blitz into the Gambit first. Go from there, see what he does. No Fake Out. Nightshade? What the fuck is that? Assurance? We'll Moonblast the Gambit and Throat Chop the Gengar. Down goes Gambit. Down goes Gengar. No Megas. Could be Mega Dose. Could be Mega Garchomp. It's Gyarados and Garchomp. Still under Tailwind for 2 more turns. Going to Moonblast the Garchomp. And we'll Parting Shot the Garchomp as well. My biggest concern is that this is EQ. Because nobody coming in wants to take an EQ. One to Arch. Gives us better answers in the bow. Well, not really. I have Play Rough on Raichu, I guess. Scary Face. The safest switch-in of the safest switch-ins. And a Dry Hurricane. This guy is not real. There's no chance. Just got Feints. Arch is already in. We'll go back to Incin. Another stat drop. And we fake out Garchomp here. And we Thunderbolt Gyarados. And let him rip another Dry Hurricane. No Mega. Gyarados goes down. Tailwind Peters. However, I fear it does not matter. She's over. We hang on. It crits again. I've been crit by a Garchomp 3 times in a row. Arch misses. Sick. Garchomp goes down. Alright. Dragon Gambit, Garchomp, Arrow, Charizard, Incin. I'm gonna go Whim, Raichu. Arch, Azumarill. Feels pretty solid, actually, into the whole team outside of Gambit. Gambit could be the one problem. So we get a Charizard Incin lead here. And I'm down to just double protect. Charizard goes out. Garchomp comes in. Okay. This is not bad still. We're in a decent spot here. Fake out. Okay. I want to double into the Garchomp. Turn 1, because I need Garchomp gone. Garchomp is the biggest threat to my Raichu. And if they Flare Blitz into Whim, then I still survive with Sash. Helping Hand? Citrus. Play Rough connects. Oh, it lives on 8%? Oh, no. Oh. That's okay. That's fine. So this is support Ensign. I'm gonna Moonblast and Protect. On the off chance he does try to rip an EQ here. I should get it off. Garchomp protects. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Oh, not really, though. I didn't set Tailwind. Okay, well, let's Aqua Jet here. And we should still outspeed. Let's play rough here. This could be a switch into Charizard, I guess. I could have Volt Tackled. I should have. Hydreigon. Still good. As long as it connects. It does. Ensign goes down. Charizard comes out. Is that an Aqua Jet range, do we think? I mean, maybe. But if he Megas in Harsh Sun, maybe not. We'll split our damage. Play rough and Volt Tackle. Charizard goes down. Hydreigon is super fast. Probably goes next. Draco. Okay. That puts it at -2, though. Does play rough connect? It does. Hydreigon goes down. And now we have a weak Garchomp. And we'll play rough and Draco, and that should be it. EQ's not going to KO both. Might next turn. Draco connects. That's GG's. And that'll do it. We're out of Pokeball tier and into Great Ball tier. Hell yeah, cousin brother. So we've just graduated with the AI team from Pokeball tier to Great Ball tier. It's taken quite a while. I've been recording for 3 hours and 13 minutes now at this point. This team's bad. This team is not good. We're super weak to fighting type moves, also super weak to ground type moves. With Arch, Incin, Raichu, ground type just kind of dismantles us. Arch is weak to fighting, Incin's weak to fighting, and it feels bad, and it feels like you're fighting an uphill battle a lot of the time. So I think if we're going to continue to use this team, we're probably going to have to take things into our own hands. Maybe change up some of the movesets a little bit. Maybe throw a CC onto Incin. Kind of go from there. See where that gets us. We'll do some brainstorming, but thanks for coming out, hanging out. And I'll holla at y'all later.